What's up, fellow Lords of Gaming? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. So let's jump right into the Moon Temple Defender update. First off, we want to start out with the store, okay? Because the store has some special items inside of it that I think should be of interest to people, right? So number one, we've got this little purchase all chest inside here for our, like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, purchase all inside here for our energies, for our free hero chest, our artifact chest, and like all these like freebie, gold things on a daily basis that we can just basically go in here and be like, hey, I really need those. Can't do this one because the energy's full. I really wish at some point they removed the energy full icon in there. You know what I mean? Like, take away that full energy. Like if my energy's full, I need the energy. I don't want to have it. I just want to be able to come in here and not have to waste energy to come back into the store to get energy. Just remove it and let me get the free energy every hour and just add it to my totals. That's basically what I would like, right? Now we also get the special benefit, the special purchase benefit. So they've got these new items inside the store that are only around for 6 days. Whether they become a staple or not, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not opposed to them becoming actual staple events, and I'm going to explain why really quickly. We've just taken a look at one of them because they all pretty much follow the same format, right? So for $9.99, $10, you can basically purchase a starter pack for agents, right? And this is basically coming with a tier 2 mega advancement ticket, a selector, 6-star premium character selector, and you can see that it is all the premium characters, whether they are mutants or whether they're normal biometrics type characters. So you get, for all of the characters that are premium, you can basically get a 6-star premium character. Now the really cool thing about this, and I'm going to be 100% honest, most of you have watched my channel kind of know how I feel about these things. The reason why I'm not going to bash this in any short formal way is because it's $9.99. So essentially you're also getting 1100 crystals. So that means you're getting the price of the crystals and you're getting these items for free plus some gold. I like events like these. I like shop items like this where my dollar equates to some in-game currency where my dollar's weighted more, especially in an environment where we're dealing with inflation. This kind of looks good to me. It follows the same path for the hero level 70 jump. The shortcut to tier 3 is where things starts to change a little bit, because they do evaluate that mega advancement ticket or the transcendent ticket at a certain level, because you still get the 2200 crystals, but that would basically be $19.99 for the 2200 crystals. So essentially for, $10 more, you're basically getting the tier 3 mega advancement ticket and the 1 million gold from in-game currency, which is good, right? It's the same thing for the shortcuts transcendence as well. Now, I really like this event inside here, and I think this is like, it should be one of those events that's a moneymaker for them, in perfect honesty, right? Like the premium comic card selector and the premium comic card the premium CTP selector. This is really cool, right? Especially because it's limited to one, so you're not getting your whales to pay out so much money that they're able to just fit out, the whole entire group in one go with, CTPs. But I actually like the event. So for 3,300 crystals, you pay $49 for $50. You get 3,300 crystals, and then the premium common card selector on top of that, the 1 million gold, basically weighted at about $20 more. The same for the CTP selector inside here as well. These are not bad items. I actually like them because of the weighted value of them inside the store. That's the best way to say it. Now, we do get the return of the items like the Shadow Shell Guardian chest. We always get these with new character releases, where it includes the biometrics, BAM, Nornstones, gold, Essence of Dimension. These things need to be reevaluated, for instance, right? Like, we don't need to see Nornstones inside here. We don't need to see BAM inside here. And maybe raise the rate of drop rate on these mega tier 2 mega advancement tickets, especially where we're currently sat in the game, where tier 3 and tier 4 is basically what you're looking for. You're really not even caring so much about tier 3 at this point, so much as you care about tier 4. And we want to see maybe some of these Essence of Dimensions and the like, to me it should just be these items right here, like inside this pack with the biometrics of that character. That's what should be inside the pack, like tier 3 advancement materials. Let's start looking at boxes that include tier 4 advancement materials, that kind of item inside the shop. Like, that's where I'm at with it, right? So that's the store item. Let's move quickly into the dispatch missions, which is like total trash. I ran one mission with tier 4 characters. Inside the mission, I did this team right here, and I was able to complete it with like 15, 20, 30 seconds remaining or whatever. I've got a pretty nice, decent account. So it's weird, but this is like the difference from completing sector 12 to sector 13 makes absolutely no sense. It is like infinitely more difficult, and the worst part about it is that the rewards you get are like crap. Like for clearing this mission and keeping 3 surviving characters alive, I basically was able to get a 4-star Uru. That was it. Like it was like I was like, what? Like it was trash. Like, you know, you're not gonna get some of the items that's inside here from the premiums. Yeah, to justify the rewards that are coming from this, I just can't. It's just weird. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I didn't like it, but it is what it is, right? So let's jump into our characters, okay? First up, I want to take a look at Miles, because I really dig the uniform for everything that is this guy here, for the details and so forth, up until we get to about his ankles, where he's wearing these goddamn moon boots that I'm like, what the fuck is those? Like, these are like those shoes. It reminds me of like Black Panther. What are those? Right? We're back to that again, like, you know, from years ago. What are those? Like, what the hell are those? Like, I don't know. Like, everything else about the uniform looks absolutely amazing. I think it looks really cool. It's just like, what are those? Like, I don't know. It is what it is, right? So anyways, Miles Morales, I think actually looks pretty damn cool inside here. Let's take a look at his skills. I've actually already taken a look at some of the skills, and I would say he's gotten a rework from top to bottom. And kudos to the development team. As pissed off as I am about, you know, the fact that we still haven't gotten Black Panther tier 4 or Black Panther commemorative uniform or Shuri Black Panther uniform. Maybe we're going to see that with, you know, the release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever on Disney Plus, but we don't have it yet. So first skill looks absolutely amazing. Like his first, his second, like these skills look really good. If I'm being 100% honest, his third skill inside here, I'm actually loving the way it looks, the way his body looks electrified, the physical with the electric attacks just looks really cool. Like, I don't know what it is. To me, these are some of the better looking skills that I've seen in the game, especially when we get to his tier 3 skill. Like, to be honest with you, for me, this is one of the best tier 3 skills that I've ever seen. We get the little, like, pay attention to everything that's happening inside this tier 3 animation. It is insane. Like, if you really look at everything that's happening, there's a lot going on here. He basically gets the spider sense tingling, like that we get identified on there. He summons in some girders, some, like, I don't even know what to call these bridge support systems. And he moves between all of these items. That's the crazy part. He moves between all of the items that are basically summoned in. And then he forms a net as well, like a spider web around all of these, and uses that as well. It is absolutely insane. To me, it is hands down, for me, one of the better tier 3s that I've seen in the game, hands down. Like, it just looks like, to me, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, I love it. It's that damn good. Like, let's see if we turn on the skill VFX. I want to see how that changed. So you like look at everything that's going on in this skill. It is ridiculous. The detail on these the beams, or whatever they call the bridge beams, they're just absolutely amazing. I think Miles Morales looks really cool. We'll do a little bit in-depth video on him later. Let's take a look at War Tiger. War Tiger. Let's talk about War Tiger here, okay? So War Tiger, his uniform just doesn't really, it doesn't work for me. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but like, if I compared it to his previous uniform, I like the previous uniform better. The colors alone are just more to my palate. But then when we get in between the two of them, I don't know, something about it just doesn't really feel right to me. I don't really like the uniform that much. It's my preference. I know that some other people are gonna like it more than I do, right? But let's take a look at his skills that he has inside here. He gets pretty much a good, decent rework inside of his skill tree. So I'm digging it a little bit from that perspective, right? So let's take a look at his one skill. Nice little slash attack in here with the rocks. The formation of the rocks seems to have gotten a little bit more detail on them in terms of texture. So I like to see that. His little 2 skill looks pretty cool with his little dash attack in there. The 3 skill where he just basically brings in everybody and then gets this like Mount Vesuvius exploding almost. Kind of looks really cool to me. His 4th skill is absolutely amazing. He throws that sickle down and then like gets a Wolverine Berserker barrage going on, and like it looks really cool to me. Like, and it's going while you're doing it. His 5th skill where he summons these tornadoes. So it's like nice and crisp that you can cancel between those skills, right? Like, you know, I can go 4, summon that 5, and I could like let them shits go and then roll into 3. It's kind of cool. Like, I like it. You can set this up even differently, like 3 into 4, then into 5. Like, it looks cool. I like it. I like it a lot. His skills look pretty cool. Miles' skills looks pretty cool. Then we get back over here to the one character, right? Which is Shadow Shell. So Shadow Shell, really cool part about Shadow Shell, buyer beware on not necessarily the uniform, but buyer beware on the fact that she is a speed character or a universal character that's come in, right? And so you have to take into consideration the fact that Miles Morales basically has the skill, the new leadership that is for Spider-Man. It doesn't work for Miles Morales, it works for Spider-Man, and he's Spider-Man Miles Morales, not Peter Parker Spider-Man. So there was some leak that Cynic Alex did in one of his videos for the update details, and he showed that over in Japan they kind of slipped when they were showing some of the dispatch mission, and they showed a tier 4 Spider-Man coming down the pipe. I've been looking forward to seeing tier 4 Spider-Man, one of the most popular characters in all of Marvel. I'm looking forward to him coming, so I'll be happy that I basically have books and materials to get him to tier 4. So sad to say that my man will serve as a support leadership attack character 4 as a backup to Spider-Man, but it is what it is. Maybe he'll get a tier 4 when Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse comes out, and you know, then we'll basically have 2 Spider-Men inside the game that can basically do work. But with that, you want to be careful because she is a speed character going into her new uniform. But she still uses universal books. So if you have enough materials, you don't have to worry about it. There's a reason I have this equipped though, and I kind of want to show you the skills that she has on her previous uniform. There's a reason for it, okay? So for instance, you look at the icons over here. So her 1 skill over here, you can see she basically summons arrows that end up tracking and finding the target. Her 2 skill, she takes a pretty decent shot, it's like a fade away, and then she does a shot. That skill looks so reminiscent to me from BDO's Archer class. And then her 3rd skill, she basically summons a shell and then summons a snake that basically comes down, rolls through. Looks pretty cool. 4th skill, she basically summons off like a bunch of arrows that kind of hit down, and like, you know, she air shots them and then they all come down and hit on target. Her 5th skill, she basically summons a defensive posture shell, and then you see the snake come down and takes bites out of people. We know what her skill here looks like. And then her new ability, which is the 4th skill, we get a little shadow shell protection, which boosts up our attacks, right? So it's kind of important. I want you to be able to see those skills. So now we go to her new uniform. Let's equip this skill, right? So now pay attention to this. You notice the icons, they look slightly different, and the placement of them is slightly different. So her 1 skill, she has that same skill. The animation and the speed on the animation of the skill has somewhat changed. Same thing for her 2 skill, where you then see she takes that shot. It's the same fadeaway shot that she had from before. It's just the animation and effect looks a little bit different as it continues throughout its thing. So there's like a slight animation change on there, right? Her 3rd skill right here, she summons a bomb and then she basically fires off a target. It's completely different in that respect, right? She's even got like a little spin turn inside there. Then we look at her 4th skill, right? You can still see that she basically summons down the dragon. It looks a little bit different from the other skills. And then we basically get her 5th skill, still basically the same thing, except that the shot and everything, the timing, the animation of them is a little bit different. Like, you can see the whatchamacallits inside there, but essentially by and large, we've almost got pretty much the same skills for Shadow Shell. The timing on them is a little bit different. The angles on them are a little bit different. The placement of where they're in their 5th, 4th skills, they're a little bit different inside there. But that's just something to be aware of for the uniform. Nevertheless, I do like the fact that we have this poison damage character in the game. It does make, and I like the way she looks. For every bit of her uniform that's here, Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really dig on Shadow Shell's new uniform. Again, like Miles Morales, I think the attention to detail and design on, you know, her uniform looks absolutely amazing, except for this little wrist, this little forearm action over here. Like, I don't know what the hell happened to it. Like, she's almost like a broken wrist or something like that, trying to hold the gun, and then her hand just kind of like phases through the gun over here. But the work and the embroidery over here looks absolutely amazing. Everything for me except for the infantile Mary Janes and the red green, you know, shoes. Those don't do it for me. It just looks a little too infantile. Like, that's just me being true to what I'm saying, right? Like, it just looks a little infantile. But I like everything else about her uniform overall. I think, like, for me, you know, like, overall, I think the uniforms look pretty good. Bottom line is that where Shadow Shell and War Tiger were sitting, along with Miles Morales, they weren't within any part of the meta, and I don't think that they're going to change any part of the meta, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think they become a lot more suitable characters to the current power standards of today, and that's the thing that you're really trying to get after, right? So I like it from that angle alone. So, hoorah. Thank you so much, guys, for that one. Looks good in terms of the uniforms. I'm not exactly necessarily ecstatic about this update. It's still Shadow Shell. It's still War Tiger. And unfortunately, Miles Morales, you know, he's going to end up taking a backseat to Spider-Man when he gets released and be pretty much a leadership support character, damage dealer character for that team. But nevertheless, you know, I really dig on his uniform. Like I said, I was going to tier 3 that character no matter what. I'm hoping that he gets his tier 4. Shadow Shell, I really don't intend to tier 4, at least right now. Like, unless I end up coming up with a great way of gaining materials so that way I can tier 4 characters through and through. I don't have the desire to tier 4 her. I'll wait for Spider-Man to come out. I'll wait for other speed type characters like Luna, unless they change her to Universal or whatever, to come out in order to get those characters more than I will feel good about investing into War Tiger. Like, it's weird. Even in this close-up design, you can see like something's wrong with her forearm here. Like, to the elbow and to the, like, it's just, it looks really freaking weird. But that's the update. That's my first impressions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Every subscription helps, especially, you know, help me so that way I can generate better content for you guys in terms of delivery for this. But until next time, peace.